Have you used this? Mechanic HG510 believes that many students have been together. I have never heard of the brand of Mechanic. The products they make belong to the field of PAM peripherals. All products are around computers and peripherals. Game, keyboard, headphones, speakers, mouse chain, and more. As for the handle, it has only started last year. The products at this stage are also for the low-end market through cost-effectiveness. The HG510 we are going to talk about today is also only sold for $199, but it supports 4 major platforms. So let's take a look today. How exactly does the Mechanic do this handle? Let's go. In appearance, the Mechanic HG510 is milky white with gray lines and black buttons. The texture on the front echoes the indicator. The handle shell is made of ordinary plastic material and is held on the back. The handle is in a shallow with no back key, but on the shoulders there are 2 expansion buttons. The layout of the PC controller is used for the 4 action keys. In fact, the HG510 is quite decent in terms of modeling. More thought is obviously used in color matching. This look is a perfect score of 10. How many points will you give? After getting it in your hand, there will still be some light feeling. When I looked at the scale, I realized that the weight was only about 210 g. This is worse than the series handle with 2 number 5 batteries, 70 g. Although the feel is not as thick as the Xbox controller. But if it runs out for a long time, a little lighter can still significantly reduce hand fatigue. The buttons adopt a combination of soft rubber and micromotion, and are compatible with Razer. The plan for Phantom, Wolf Warrior, and North connection to Azura is the same. I have to say that the Mechanic's polishing of this feel is really good. Very similar to the feel of Razer. The key is that the key travel is set similarly to conductive glue. If you like micro buttons, trust me, this is the micro handle with the highest price limit ratio at present. The conductive rubber used in the cross key and key is slippery and soft. As for the trigger, it's reasonable. It still disappointed me a little. It was built shorter than the Spox. The rebound is also small, soft to the touch. In the process of use, it is even accompanied by 2 expansion buttons on the shoulders of the fricative. The micromotion scheme is used. Takes a little more effort to go. In the process of use, there is no risk of misunderstanding. The handle battery has a capacity of 600 mAh. Compared with most handles on the market now with a capacity of 1000 mAh, this capacity is really a bit small. The Mechanic is too good at this, and I personally feel that it is really unnecessary. So the overall battery life is only about 8 hours. Next, let's take a look at the tuning of the software. The app for Mechanics is also Clinker provided by the solution provider. So the overall experience is relatively average. But after all, it's better than no player. You can change the key settings in the app to adjust the joystick. Dead and trigger set button bursts. Lu Jihong's operation changes, motor vibration strength, etc. Also, this handle does not support mapping, eating chicken and Glory of Kings, so don't think about it. The Mechanics are surprisingly good at the conditions of the joystick. The default stick setting is to have a center point dead. Central point. Adsorption is not obvious. There are no deaths in the outer circle. There is no adsorption in the cross direction, and daily seduction is completely sufficient. If you want to play FPS games, you can go to the app to set the center point of the no death mode. It is very smooth without death. It is also very suitable for FPS games, and it is also good to choose to die to control. Seriously, if you compare horizontally at the price of around 200 yuan, this joystick tuning is really unexpectedly good. Explain that the supported platforms are Switch, Windows, Android and iOS NS platforms. Support one-line wake-up with 6-axis gyroscope PC platform. Support Bluetooth and wired. Android and iOS only support games with native knowledge controllers. You will feel it more clearly when you play for a long time. The comfort of this action piece is really very cool. And it is not yet tiring to the hands. The fingers do not feel noticeable fatigue. But the overall feel of the trigger is much inferior. The key force is too small. The cable key travel is also shorter than other handheld devices, which is not very suitable for driving. Of course, if your fingers often break your face, it should be fine. Finally, there is the disassembly link. There are a total of 7 screws on the back of the handle. When opened, the structure inside the handle is clear at a glance. The overall workmanship is still very particular. The motor is connected to the motherboard. The socket scheme is adopted. This is a good review. The battery has a battery compartment to protect the connection of the battery to the motherboard. The socket scheme is also used. The waist bar is made of Alps, thanks to this Micromotion Plus soft rubber scheme. Make the 4 buttons on the same plane. There will be no risk of key disconnection in the future. Although there are so many advantages, but its price is only $199 after all. In terms of dosage, It really reflects the thickness of the main board and secondary board if it can be saved. Only a mid-solderer on a 1.2mm PCB. There are also plenty of residual stick stitches. No welding. Instead, it is a direct bending treatment. The trigger is also a potentiometer scheme, not Hall. Overall, what do you say about this mechanical workmanship? You can't say it's bad, because it has many highlights. Conductive alternating micromotion scheme, RB4 joystick, independent battery compartment, but it can't be said that it is good, because its PCB is only 1.2mm. However, considering this price, it doesn't seem so outrageous. This configuration can be said to be worthy of this price. In fact, I personally feel that this handle can go one step further. After all, the joystick algorithm is already doing a very good job. It is really a price that can be added by 50. Make sure to work the materials. But anyway, this time the Mechanix HG510 still brought me a big surprise. Relatively affordable price, excellent micro-movement feel, the perfect joystick tuning and the expansion buttons on the shoulders are full of sincerity. The most important thing is that this is also a full platform book. If you don't have a high budget and want comfortable micro buttons, then this handle is really a good choice.